And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Baseball coming up on this Memorial Day. It's the Minnesota Twins taking on the Miami Marlins. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, first pitch coming up. And our pitcher in this game, Max Meyer. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
In half up to hit. Popped up. Lopez. Hauls it in for the out. And now we take a peek at the Twins lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Wilson Contreras.
Well, he's an extremely tough out right now, putting together some great at-bats one after another. And some people don't realize in the team context what that does, making that pitcher work harder. He passes the baton to a teammate and lets somebody else get it done. Has an on-base percentage over 500 in his last 10 games.
2 outs. That to right. Frelick has a beat on it. Makes the catch, inning over. Middle of the first. No score after a half inning. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And starting in this one, Bailey Ober. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man, not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Stretches out and hauls it in. And time now for the Marlins lineup. At the very bottom, hitting ninth, Dane Myers.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Sal Frelick. Up the middle. Gets to it with a slide. Over to first. In time. Got him. Singy, it was close. Looks like they want a second to review it and possibly challenge the call if they think he beat the throw.
Yeah, they might challenge it just to kind of roll the dice, Boog, and perhaps maybe they see something different as they get a look at some different angles.
Well, they are going to challenge the call, and so now the decision will be made by the umpires at the replay center back in New York. Here's one more look, Singy. You think they're going to overturn it? I kind of do.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance as well. I mean, the more I look at these different angles, the more I'm becoming convinced that he actually beat the throw. So it's turned out to be a pretty good challenge.
The decision's been made, and he's safe. So they overturn the call, and they get it right by taking a chance with a challenge. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Ober throws over, and he's back in on a dive. Ober will look to follow up an excellent performance last time out, tossing a shutout. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's one, and that's two. First frame of the night behind us, and it's 0-0. And we're back. New inning getting started. Here's Royce Lewis. Fly ball center field. Mitchell going after it. He's got it, and there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. And strike two.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Next offering is down low. Now 2-2. Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Going, gone. Wilson Contreras blasts one out. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Base is empty, one away. Here's Byron Buxton. When you examine Buxton's career trajectory, the thing that really jumps out, the speed and the defense early on. Lifted in the air down the left side. Myers. And makes the grab. And there's two down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
2-2 to count.
Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. And now here's the Marlins DH, Jesus Sanchez. Pitch misses there. 2-1. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first. One up, one down. And up next for Miami, Garrett Mitchell. Going to count 1-2.
That's a good pitch there.
One ball.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
It's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything came together for him. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
This is Willie Castro. Now move to first. Mitchell back on a dive. This one high in the air to left center. Happ snags it on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Here's Jose Trevino. Just missed. Mitchell off of first with 2 away. To third. And that one handled. Tosses across to first. That ends the frame. Marlins leave 1. They're down 1-0. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. And that is out of play. Swing and a pop-up. Lopez brings it in, and there's 1 down. And now the catcher comes up to him. Diego Cartaya. In the air, foul off first. Wade pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 strikes.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But
well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. Offense held in check there. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Twins 1 and the Marlins 0. Bottom of the inning, and here is Graham Pauley. Pauley launched a homer in his most recent game. Bounce to the right side. Julian slings to first. 1 up, 1 down. Next to hit, Dane Myers. Line drive. Over to Diaz. 2 up, 2 down. So the lineup flips over. Otto Lopez now at the plate. Two down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. Buxton makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. Back here in Miami, here's the left fielder, Ian Happ. Meyer winds and deals. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball right side. Wade takes it himself. That's the 1st out in the top of the 4th. Here's Carlos Correa. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. The 1-1. And there's a foul ball.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
in the air, right field. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 away.
Up next to the Twins, the third baseman, Royce.
2 outs, base is empty. Royce Lewis, the next Twin up to hit. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. On a line, base hit.
Up next to the Twins, the designated hitter.
2 outs, runner at first. So up next for Minnesota, Wilson Contreras.
Nope, upstairs.
Next offering upstairs. Lewis off of first with 2 away. That one ripped right center field. Going back on this one. And that one is off the wall. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
So runner at second, 2 down. Byron Buxton. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He made him pay for that one. Home run number 10 of the year. It's 4-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Two outs, nobody on. Here's Trevor Larnach. And he grounds one back up the middle. Castro on the run, throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Bottom 4. And the batter now, Sal Frelick. And 1-2.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
The pitch. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Over to Diaz. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman.
So here's Wade now.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Next offering is downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
One down, base is empty. And that's too high. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. On the ground. Sends it across to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Number 7, designated hitter,
2 down, base is empty. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Outside low, 2-1.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
Line drive, hauls it in to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Twins 4 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 3.
That's one you always want as a pitcher, down at the knees, and it looked to me like he's barking. That's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
And a base hit right there. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next to the Twins, the catcher, Diego Cartaya.
And now for the Twins, Diego Cartaya. Right through there, got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
The 1-1.
Ball 2. We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just
That's
missed.
just out.
Man at first, 1 away. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. And a foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one lifted to left. Myers settles under it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 down.
The left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
And next for Minnesota, Ian Happ. 2 outs. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Swing and a miss, and he got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. 1 left for Minnesota, but they're in front 4-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. Here's a 1-1. Line to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Willie Castro.
Digging in, Willie Castro. Castro working through some struggles lately. Not close with that one, and that's ball 2.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
And a catcher, number 35, Jose.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Jose Trevino. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
2 outs, base is empty. Next pitch is outside.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Back up the, oh, that got him. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure and they get the out. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Twins 4 and the Marlins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. And here comes Carlos Correa. Slapped foul. And a ball and 2 strikes. And he hits a ground ball right side. And he handles it himself for the out. And here is Royce Lewis. 1 out, base is empty. Smoked on the ground a second. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. Here comes Wilson Contreras. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
There's a swing and a drive. Mitchell moving back. Up against the wall and brings it in. No runs, no hits, no errors. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Twins 4 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Next pitch is outside.
You know, these Marlins just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Over to Diaz, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. His splits between April and May there. The Twins leading by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Correa over to first. 2 up, 2 down. Back to the top of the Miami order. Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Fastball for a strike.
So far, all we've seen in this at bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Cut on and lifted in the air. And that is that. Righty reliever out of the pen, Xavier Curry.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 1 away. Now it's the right fielder, Trevor Larnach. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
One ball.
Base is empty,
Two
one
strikes.
away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now a chance for Diego Cartaya. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
One ball. 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Twins wind up stranding 1. They lead 4-0. And we're back, set for the last half of the 7th. And at the plate for Miami, Sal Frelick. The 2-1. Swing and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Lamont Wade Jr., the next up for the Marlins. Ball to strike. On the ground, 2 ball. They get 1 out. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 down, base is empty. Jesus Sanchez digs in now. Off the mark there,
Outside.
and it's 2-1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
On the ground, right side. Over to Diaz. 3rd out. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. It's the Twins 4 and the Marlins nothing. We go to the 8th, and here's the Twins leadoff guy, Yandy Diaz. The 2-1.
That's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And a foul ball. Three-two. Gets a piece and stays alive. Laced to right center, base hit. And a good start to the inning. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. Ball to strike. Pitch. Right through there for a strike. Nobody out. Runner at first. In the air, center field. Mitchell sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. Now Correa up to hit. Diaz leads off first with 1 away. Runner on the move. The 1-1 is fouled off. Now he breaks his bat. There's 1 out. Over to first, but he beats it. Royce Lewis, the next to hit.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. The 2-2 on the way. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. 2 outs. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Here's the 2-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 1 left for Minnesota, but they lead it 4-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Victor Gonzalez.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
And now for the Marlins, Garrett Mitchell. That one's in there. 1-2. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Cole Sands appears to be getting loose. Almonte also throwing. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, shortstop, Willie.
And up next for Miami, Willie Castro. Outside corner, there's a strike.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Runner at first with no outs here. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. There's one. Throw to first, but he beat it. Here's the catcher to hit, Jose Trevino. In there. And so now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Twins leading by 4 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one ran inside, almost got him. Gonzalez delivers. And that one inside, and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. 2 on with 1 out. Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. Gonzalez deals. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's offline. It's 4-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ballgame.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Victor Gonzalez will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Yohan Duran gets the call from the pen.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
And at the plate for Miami, Dane Myers. Tying run at the plate. Triple digits on that last pitch. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot. Got to keep things airtight defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
The tying run at the plate. Ripped into right center for a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's 4-2.
Comes through with the RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Really important at bat coming up now.
Now the number 2 hitter, Sal Frelick. Close but called a ball. And a count 2-1.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Line drive, base hit. In comes the run from third. And it's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
First and second, 2 outs. And now for the Marlins, Lamont Wade Jr.
Ball 2.
Hit in the air, left field. Squeezes it, and that is the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. Through 8 full, it's the Twins 4 and the Marlins 3. Back here in Miami, Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes, and very difficult to lay off.
Tap foul at the plate. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Twins retired in short order, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Coming out of the bullpen for the Twins, Cole Sands.
His first test will be from the left side, and that's been a struggle for him this season. They've been seeing him pretty well and doing some damage against him.
Well, 1-run game. Now it's the DH, Jesus Sanchez. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And there's one away.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
He's 2 outs away. Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins. Liner, and this could be trouble. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay safe, and that's his 3rd hit.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Absolutely smoked the baseball. It just jumped off the lumber, and when you're able to find a gap like that, Boog, you're even looking for a triple. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
With the tying run in scoring position in the bottom of the 9th. Next to hit, Willie Castro. In the air, out towards left center. Pulls it in on the run. Big spot here, bottom of the 9th. Down to their final out. Jose Trevino will hit next. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
They're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Sands is just 1 strike away. Pitch gets away. Up with it, fires to first. And that'll do it as they complete the strikeout to end it.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
And the final score here, 4-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.